Is cherry like the fruit? Twitty Hawkins is a self-care coach devoted to helping moms embrace their strengths, honor their needs, and own their power through self-awareness, self-care, and self-compassion. She is an inspirational speaker, poet, and best-selling author. Chari is a praying mother and wife who resides in Pearland, Texas. Let's welcome Chari Twitty Hawkins. All right, hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Dr. Vernita Glenn White. I go by Dr. V, and I am your brilliant solutionist and executive coach consultant for high achievers and professionals and the elite for a few good men and for women. I want to welcome our guest, Chari Twitty Hawkins. I am so excited to have her here. And I know she's going to share a lot of information with us. So make sure you grab your pencil, papers, pen, whatever you use to take notes. And let's jump right into it. So hi, Chari.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. So we've heard your bio at the beginning, but is there something else that's not on your bio that you would like to share with us?
I love to sing and dance. That's one of my favorite forms of self-care, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But it just does it for me. I get that stress out. And I actually have a good singing voice, believe it or not.
Wow, no, I did not know that. Oh, wow. So I mean, I've seen you on like TikTok. If y'all, she does her thing on TikTok. So follow her. But I don't think I've heard you sing or I don't think I've heard you sing on TikTok. Have you done that over there? No.
I think I recorded and kept it in a draft long time ago.
But go check her out on TikTok for sure. She really is doing her thing over there. All right, so we're gonna jump right into it. So, because I know you are a busy mom and a busy wife and just a busy woman. So thank you again. So, like I've shared with others, my tagline is embrace your brilliance and expand your life. But I always like to hear different perspectives. So when you hear that, share with me your thoughts about what does it mean to you when you hear embrace your brilliance and expand your life.
Okay, so I'm a big word girl, and I don't often use the word brilliance. So I said, oh, let me go look this up. What does it mean? And it means to expand your light or have an exceptional talent or skill. And I said, wow, okay, so embrace your light, your skill, your talents, and then it expands your life. When you do that, when you embrace whatever that is you can do well, whatever you were created to shine your light to do, then it will bless those in your home and it will bless those around the world.
I love that you say you looked it up because when I've been doing research on this for my next project, I too had to look it up because I think sometimes we throw words around, not really understanding what they mean. So yes, I did mean it as sharing your light tied into your special gift. So I'm so glad you said that because that was right on target. So in my research and what I've witnessed from a lot of different individuals is that we have a learned brilliance and a born brilliance. And what I consider, and if you have something different, please feel free to share. Learned brilliance is usually what we went to school for, something that we learned, any certifications or online courses or what have you. And then your born brilliance, although you still may get training in that, but it's something that you're born with, like a natural gift, a natural talent. So let me know your thoughts about those.
I feel like it's pretty much the same thing. Something, your gift, you don't choose it. Like if you're born and you're not good at basketball, but you're like, hey, I want to learn how to play that, then you can become exceptional at it. But if you're not born with that or gifted with that, should I say, it's different. You can, again, going back to maybe singing or dancing, because I'm an artsy girl. You know, you hear somebody sing, you're like, whoa, wait a minute. She can sing. It could be a little girl. That's just her gift. And then there are some people, they practice, take vocal lessons, and they develop that skill until they're amazing.
I love that you said that, and I'm probably going to say I love that you say a lot so many times, but that's true. You know, we see people and we don't think that we can do some of the things that they do, but it just may take more effort if that's not our born brilliance. That was a great example. Can you think of a time when you had to focus more on your learned brilliance versus your born brilliance in your life?
Okay, from the example you gave with learning and going to school, the certification program that we are currently in, transformational training. Oh my goodness, it has been Ooh, it has been tough, but it has been so uh, expounding for me. Like I know I haven't been in school a long time, y'all. A long time. But I have made sure that I'm reading, that I'm watching these videos, and I've been focused more on that than actually going out and which I'm going to focus on when I'm done, going out and speaking and coaching and different things like that.
Yes, so if you, I haven't shared it with you all, but we are in a certification program with Lisa Nichols, and it's more than just saying that we want a certification. We're actually learning techniques and and strategies on how to transform people's lives, and there's some real deep work in there, some brain work, NLP because I can't say the full word all the time, So yes, it is like going to school. So that is a learned part. Like you have to exercise that muscle. I totally agree. So why do you think sometimes that is good? Or I don't want to say sometimes. Do you think that we need to have both of those, something that's a learned brilliance and a born brilliance? Do you think it's important to operate in both?
It depends. When I think about a gift, season of life. You could be in a season of life where, for instance, like with my husband, he does IT.
Okay.
He works on computers and stuff like that. But he has recently discovered that he also has a gift and a passion for speaking.
Mm,
And so he just finished, I don't even know what the certification was, getting a certification towards his IT career, which he had to study for. It was tough. So he had to work on that. But he also has been working on his speaking and
mm,
studying and developing it. Even though he's natural at it again,
right.
still working on both. So doing both. I think it's important too. But if he gets to a point where he wants to say, okay, I don't want to do IT anymore, and then he's only doing speaking, again, that's a different season. So he will only focus on his gift.
That's a great point. I like the different seasons part, and I didn't think about that. We can, in one season, we can fall on our learned brilliance, and then another season, we're like, you know what? I think it's time for me to cultivate this gift that's naturally there that may have been uncovered because we were so focused on the learning part. I like that. I think I'm gonna use that, like figure out which season that we're in. That was really that was really good. So I started talking to people on this series, and I said the STEAM optimization method with that, which I'm actually changing, even though I said it's focused on skills, time, energy, ambition, and money management. But it's really all about resume to reinvention. And with resume, it's like focusing so much on your credentials and your accolades. But again, going back to what you said beautifully, the seasons of life and when it's time to reinvent. So I would like to know, is there a time when you had to reinvent yourself into where you are right now? Or let me, a better question. How have you reinvented yourself to get to this point where you are right now?
Okay, let's see if I can make this short. I have 12-year-old twins. Now, if you're a mother or a parent or a guardian, you can relate, but maybe not think about if you own a business or something like that. When my twins were first born, I was in mom zombie mode, which means I was barely getting any sleep, breastfeeding, changing diapers, trying to eat. Just it was a lot, and I began to get this feeling like just I need me. Like, where is Cherry?
Mm,
And I just talked to God, and I was like, I need me. Like, I need me. And I started making inspirational jewelry, then started feeling uncomfortable again. Some of y'all know God will make you uncomfortable when He wants you to move.
absolutely. Absolutely.
I started feeling uncomfortable, ended up doing poetry,
Mm,
going into speaking, then going into God saying, okay, you're motivating women, but I want you to, let's get a little more focused.
okay.
Who can relate to you the most? Moms.
Mm,
And what do moms need? They need to take care of themselves. And that's how I went from being a new mom, whoo, that was a long time ago, to now being a self care coach for moms.
you said a lot in there, and there was a journey in there, and I think it's important for our listeners that we highlight that. you are a brand new mom, and so many times moms can get just sucked into, I'm just a mother. But even that, you're like, well, I needed to do something. I did some jewelry. So it sounds like you started a business in there somewhere. And then you went to write poetry. You started being creative in that space. And then now you're working on, well, you were doing coaching first. And then you were like, okay, let's go deeper into this transformational space. So I like that there was a journey, and you can list those like, well, I did this is an accomplishment, and so forth and so on. But it was a journey and how you were constantly reinventing yourself so you didn't get lost in just being a mother. And I think that is so important. Like, I'm not a mom yet, but I have always said I refuse to be the mom that just loses everything, because we're whole people before the children came.
Exactly.
So I think that's great. When so in the process of talking about reinvention, we always hear about going to the next level or going to another level. And sometimes I think that is so abstract. It's like, and I say this a lot, and I've said this in every interview, let's go to the next level. But when you hear that, what does it really mean to you that is something concrete, something that you can strive for?
I don't know if I can put it into words. It's just like I said, God just, I don't know. He just gives me this feeling. Like with Elisa, this is, oh Jesus, this is like the next level I never thought I would do, to be honest.
Wow.
So I've been following her for years, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she speaks so well. She connects with the audience so well. I love that. But I didn't see myself
Mm,
doing it.
okay.
I didn't see myself doing it. But it's just something, I don't know, I get uncomfortable for me. That's what it is. I get uncomfortable. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling stagnant. I feel like there's something more that I need to be doing. And that's different for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to
But
put a definition.
I think you explained it. You said that you saw someone, Lisa Nichols, like speaking wise, and you're like, well, maybe that's not that, but it's something that she's doing that opened up your mind and your eyes. Said, well, what else can I do? So I think that's the first step of going to the next level. You get this feeling of there has to be more of something, but then your next level, you jump straight into the certification program. So I know this is like kind of off topic, but did you do anything else prior to that, or did you just watched her, saw her, and then it was like, you know what? Let me go way over here.
Well, I've been to her events, like her
Okay.
online events, and I went to one in-person event a
Okay.
while back. But yeah, I never. Actually, I was waiting for this. I was like, when's she gonna teach people?
Oh wow. Okay.
Because first God was getting me ready. Because sometimes opportunities don't present themselves because you're not ready. So
Ooh.
if this would presented itself back in the day, I would have been like, I ain't gonna. Okay, not me, like for real. But
Mhm.
watching her and just learning, and I was like, when is she gonna teach other people how to do what she's doing? And then
Wow. That's amazing. So like when we say we want to go to the next level, there are like some steps along the way. So you were already preparing yourself to take this big leap. So it really wasn't like from ground zero to 100. You had been taking like little things along the way, not really knowing what this big leap was or the next
yes,
level was. That's really good. I don't think anyone has explained it that way. It's like we have, but if we look backwards, we can connect the dots. But you little by little, you do something, and then you look around, you're at another level.
yeah.
Do you think there's a time where you've made it, you don't need to go to any more levels, like you're good just where you are?
No, as our coach Lisa says, don't ever think you have arrived.
Absolutely. And I'm asking because I know some people, like when opportunities come, they're like, you know what, it's good. I'm fine right here where I am. And it's like, oh, okay.
I mean, if that works for the, see, I'm sounding like her for again. If that works for you, then good. But that doesn't work for me. I
Hmm.
just, like I said, I get to a point. I'm like always learning. Oh,
Right.
we're not know-it-alls.
Hmm.
We're not. No
Absolutely.
way to know it all.
And right, always learning. And then it's like if you're not learning or trying to help others, then really what are you doing? And you touched on this a little bit, but I'm gonna take a deeper dive. You said you've been watching Lisa and things like that, and you yourself are a coach. But what made you say, you know what, I think I need a coach, or we could say in this case, the something like a certification program where it's teaching me how to do something you were already taking steps on your own, but what made you say I need like a, as one of my other guests said, like a third party assistant? Yeah, they did. It's like a third party.
Okay, okay. With self care, even when I talked about my journey, when I first started talking about self care, I was like, okay, self care is good, but I felt like I wanted to go deeper with it.
Mm,
Like, not surface, like some people say things like taking a shower is not self care and things like that. I was like, yes, it is to me. Because if you look up self care, is making sure your needs and your wants are taken care of. So, do you need to take a shower? Yes. But self care is many things. I looked it up, and there's different types of self care: emotional, mental, physical, environmental, etc. And again, just the transformation. I was like, oh my gosh, like she's really going deep,
mm,
like deep. And I don't want to be surface. I don't want to just, like, a free gift that I give out is a self care calendar, and it
mhm.
includes all those different types of self care. But I don't want moms, like, if you're experiencing burnout, for example, and you try going to a spa day, you might be like, oh, that feel nice. And then you get back home and you're still stressed out and like, why hasn't this worked? It's
Uh-huh.
because you're burnt out. It's because you're emotionally exhausted.
Wow.
And so
That-
this has helped
That's
me
good.
learning how to guide people and how to process those emotions, how to recognize them. So yeah, that. Ooh, okay. Can y'all tell I like the program? Can y'all tell? Okay.
It's, but I know that there's a deeper version of self care. Now I say self care and self and self maintenance, but that's just my ear. Because I'm like, those are two different things. That helps me to show people that there's a difference in, let me just go get my hair and nails done or a massage. There are some things you, I mean, to me, I'm like, that's maintenance if you're just doing that. But if you're doing it to get your mind right, your emotions right, and your mental well being, then that's different. So I'm glad that you said that. And I don't think a lot of people connect the activity to the emotion. It's like you can go get a massage all day long. Or but like you say, if you're not addressing the real issue of the burnout or whatever the case may be, then you're not really taking care of yourself. So I think that's a powerful way to talk about self-care. And then that leads us into the next part. So we already know that you're a self-care coach for moms, but what else that you offer that makes you unique? Like, you know what, Chari is the one I know I need to pick to be help me through this journey of being a self-care. I'm a new mom or a veteran mom or whatever the case may be. What makes you unique?
I believe that, again, going with why I got into this program, I've researched other self care moms, and they do talk about things like anxiety and things like that, but just being able to really address the deeper root. And then I come from a Christian perspective. You don't have to be a Christian, but I come from a Christian perspective. Like, one thing I was in another podcast and we were talking about self care, and the lady said self care is stewardship. And I said, that's good. I mean, I say that, but I don't say it that way. Now I
Hmm.
do. But
Right. Like,
before
thank you
that,
for that.
right. Thank you. That's good. It's stewardship is taking care of your, honoring your temple so that
Hmm.
you can serve your children who you want so much for.
Wow.
You can serve your spouse, the world, because you're taking care of yourself.
I love that. So you have a Christian perspective. You yourself, you are a mother, and then now you're doing this deep transformational work. So it's like a 360 experience. So they're not just getting a coach to ask to walk them through or keep them accountable. You're really going to be equipping them to take care of themselves on so many different levels. That is great. So really quick, how we tend to do these, like a rapid fire moment, is now you can talk about this based on your level of expertise as a self-care coach or just a woman in general. But what are some advice that you would give people to up level in these 5 areas? So skill, time, energy, ambition, and money. So I'm gonna say them one at a time, and then you can tell me some advice that you would give to someone to up level. And it doesn't have to be anything deep, just whatever comes out, whatever comes up, let it come out. So the first area is skill.
Whatever skill you're going after, be non-negotiable about it.
Mm,
Practice it over and over. They say you need 10,000 hours to be an expert. I don't know if you need that many, but I would say just Just be focused on learning as much as you can about it and getting that practice in.
Awesome. Time.
Honor your time. Know that you have enough time for whatever you choose to put your energy into. If you say you have a priority and you're not doing those things, then that's why you feel like I don't have enough time for self care or whatever the case may be.
That was really good. Energy.
Same thing. Honor your energy. Be careful who you're around because they could, or who you listen to, or who you watch, whatever it is, because they could be draining your energy. They could be giving, if you know you have an anger problem and you're watching violent shows and listening to that music that's jamming, but it could be fueling your anger.
Wow.
Be careful about that.
That's really good. Okay, I said I wasn't going to interject. Okay, ambition. I want to say something.
If you have a strong desire to do something, go after it. I'm talking to yourself. To yourself. See, y'all notice how I say yourself because I was going to say I'm talking to you and to myself. Go after it. No excuses. Kids, husband, spouse, whatever. No excuses. Go get it.
Wow. And money.
Be wise about your money. If you know you have a problem, again, talking to yourself, to you, and to I done made up a word myself on accident.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Study up on it. There's YouTube, there's all types of stuff. But just think about even, and as a woman of faith, I'm going to say pray over it, how you're spending your money. If you know you're an emotional spender and you know you're frustrated, you're about to go buy that. No, don't do it.
Yes, I have been there. Well, I was trying not to interject because you gave some great advice on those levels, but I don't think I heard anyone for the energy because now I'm going back, especially what you're listening to and watching. And I don't think people realize how much can go into the subconscious mind and you're trying to figure out why am I still feeling this way? I'm not surrounding myself with people. Maybe you shut yourself off from like gossip or whatever, but if you're watching a lot of gossip on TV or listening to it, it's the same thing. So I think that was very important that you put that out there. So thank you for that. So I hope you all are writing down notes. She gave you some great tips on how to up level in these areas and just think about it. It's nothing complicated to do. Follow the steps, do something, take action in one of these areas, and you will see yourself up level. So thank you so much. And then our final question, do you believe that brilliance is a privilege and why or why not?
I believe everyone has brilliance, just in different areas. So, no, I don't believe it's a privilege. I believe it's a blessing, and it's up to us to discover that brilliance and then give it out to the world.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I love these types of interviews, straight to the point. We got some great nuggets in there. I hope you all are taking notes. If you want to contact Chari, and she didn't say it on here, but I think I said it in her bio. Is cherry like the fruit? I always love that she says that because when you look at it, it doesn't look like it, but she's like, nope, it's cherry like the fruit. So if you want to connect with Chari, I will have her information down below where you can get her, was it the calendar, right? For the self-care calendar. Follow her on TikTok. I need to make sure I go put that in the description below if you have not done so, and she is available on all other social media platforms as well. So thank you all so much for listening and learning with me because I learned a lot and I hope you learned as well. And as we end, wherever you are in your day, remember to be well, be empowered, be bold, and be brilliant. Until next time, bye.